gonna speak about the process from opportunity to sales order. First, let's go about opportunity. So you have a customer that is really interested in buying something from you. You go to opportunity, you go to create, and here you give a title to the opportunity. The expected revenue is about 200 euro, and here you can enter the percentage what you're expecting. Let's say this customer was really interested, I put it 70%. Then I enter the name of the customer. His name is Mark Marlowe. His email comes automatically. I enter the date when I'm expecting to close the deal, and it's gonna be today, probably as soon as he receives the quotation. I can enter some internal notes. In this case, there are not so many notes to enter, so I will just save this opportunity. You see that when I was there, I didn't say anything related to this priority. So here you can see how important a customer or an opportunity is for you. It works only after you have saved the opportunity. As long as the opportunity has not been saved, you cannot change this. What is important in an opportunity when you manage the opportunity is that you plan your next actions. And it's interesting that you give a date when you're going to do something. For me, I'm going to do this today. And then I will have the discussion about the details with the customer. I can either click here to schedule a call, or here if I want to schedule a meeting with the customer, it's going to bring me directly to the place where I can schedule a meeting. I show you. I click here. I have the agenda. I can click on the agenda and say meeting with Mark Marlowe. I just create the event. So I have planned this here. And you see on the top, you can travel back to where you were. So I will go back to my opportunity by clicking here on the top. Okay? The system tells me I have one meeting that is planned for him and for discussion about the details. Let me correct this typo. So now I'll have a customer. I have the meeting with the customer. He's quite happy with what I proposed to him. He say, okay, now you can make me an offer. I really love your blue bag, so make me an offer. So I click here to convert this to a quotation. At the moment, I will not mark it want because I don't know whether he wants it or not. So I just click create. So you see now the system asks me for a quotation. He gives the number of the quotation. A lot of information is already here. But what I want to show you is here, but the other information, I have the source document saying it comes from the opportunity 6. This way you have the full link between the opportunities and the quotation, the sales order, all the documents. Okay, so let me edit the quotation. What my customer wants is a blue bag. So I'm just gonna type blue here. And here it comes automatically, the luxury blue bag, 120%, and he wants a reduction of 3%. What you see is that, excuse me, he wants 3 bags, and I give him 3% reduction. So what you see is the taxes came automatically, the date release time came automatically, all the information that you have already in the master data of the product are coming automatically. In the bottom, you have the standard description. If you want to change this description for whatever reason, you always can change the description. It is very interesting to use this edition possibility when you have some kind of generic product that you sell. So you can use the generic product, have the product number and name, whatever, and you can write down more information about what you are really selling to the customer. If I want to create another position, I will click Save and New. If I'm unhappy with what I have done so far, I will click discard. But now I'm quite happy. I will save and close. This is the only thing this customer wanted to have. So I save and close. Now you see my quotation. I have my product with the description, the quantity, the price, the taxes, and the discount. It's important in Odoo always to click on update so that everything is updated, the prices and so on. I can enter my terms and conditions. There are more information that you can have when you deliver, especially when you deliver goods. This is not relevant when you only have services. The Incoterms, very important if you export, but also very important when the goods have a very high value. It determines who's responsible for the goods and at what time the goods change the ownership. So in this case, the Incoterm is X works. The shipping policy is only relevant if you have more than one position. It determines when you're going to be delivering. So you can deliver every product when it becomes available, or you can deliver all the products at once. You need to choose this based on how much you will pay for the transportation, if you pay the transportation. In this case, we do not pay the transportation because it's at X work, so we can deliver each product when available. And the creation of the invoice, you have three possibilities: on demand, on delivery order. It means that as soon as you have delivered the goods, invoice is going to be created, or you do it before delivery. I like to use the on demand because I do not have many delivery. And you can define also the payment terms. In standard, you have the 3 payment terms defined, but you can add any payment term as you want. The fiscal position will allow us to automatically calculate the taxes. For instance, if I look at the moment, I have the taxes of 23%. If I say that I am selling to extra EU, and I go back to my order line and then update here, 0%. Okay, I can add some tags to my sales order. Now that I have saved the quotation, I can send this by email, or I can print it. When I send this by email, the system asks for the recipient. In this case, Mark Malo already exists, and I already have his email address there, so the system automatically creates all the information and sends this. The standard template allows the customer to go directly to the customer portal if you have activated it. And you can also save this email as a template if you have done any changes to the standard and want to keep this. If you need to attach information to this quotation, for instance, description of the product that are not already there, you can attach the file by clicking here on Attach File. This time I'm just going to send it as it is. Two things happen. You see here, the blue, it says the quotation has been sent. So the system knows that I'm one step further. And also, now the next thing that needs to be done is confirm the sale or cancel the quotation, depending on what is going to happen. The other thing that I want to show you is that on the bottom, you have all the information related to communication about this quotation. So we have sent out the quotation by email. So you see this is the email that we have sent out. If you want to send out the message, you just click on send out a message. You can type your text. It is a message. And you can send this out. And this is going to go to all the people that are here as followers. At the moment I have 2 followers. Let's say you want to have another person involved into this discussion. You can just add the person as a follower, and you add the person here, example.com. The person will receive this information and will be able to click on the document and have access to here, and I can add the followers. So you see now I have 3 followers. You have another way to send him a message. If you don't want him to be a follower for everything, but just a one-time thing, you can send here a message and click here, and you can add a contact to notify for this very specific case. Okay. The customer has called us and say he wants to confirm the sales. So we confirm the sale today. And you see the system has changed, it's now a sales order. The other thing that you see is here the workflow that we had: draft quotation, quotation send, and sales order, and now the sale to invoice. So I'm able to invoice the sale. The third thing that happens when I do confirm my sales order is a delivery order has been created. I can click here to see the delivery order. So you see the warehouse, from the warehouse out, document number 5. There are all the units that are going to be gone. And the system tells me, oh, I have none available. But this is another story. I want to go back to my sales order. You see here on the top, I can click and go back to the sales order. In my case, I want the customer to pay in advance. So I will create the invoice immediately. To create the invoice, I can click on Create Invoice, and the system asks me what I want to invoice: the whole sales order, percentage, only a part of it, or some order lines. This is, of course, only valid when you have more than one order line. In this case, I want to order the full sales order. I can just create the invoice, or I can create and view the invoice. Normally, I will create and view the invoice. The invoice is in draft. I check all the information related to the invoice. I will check that the taxes are correct based on the fiscal position. I want to check all the other information, the source document, and everything is correct. In this case, I can validate my invoice. At the moment where I validate the invoice, the system is creating a document in accounting that you see here. It's written Invoice SAG, and you see here journal entry, here SAG. I can click on the journal entry and I can see what the system has done in terms of debit and credit. Well, that's it for today. If you want to have a look at Odoo, visit our webpage demosas.yboservices.net.